my yarny friends, I'm Sara Sach. Welcome back to another edition of this or that, and sometimes the other thing. Well, today we're going to do something just a little bit different than we usually do. I usually put a question out there, and I give you my opinion on it, and then I ask you to comment, because I do love to read your comments. But I'm going to do something just a little bit different today. Instead of me answering a question, I'm going to put out 5 questions for you to answer. So yes, comment, because I do love to read your comments. And the purpose of these 5 questions is so that I, as a YouTuber, crafter, creator, crocheter, can do more things that you're looking to do with things that you like to use. All right. So I'm going to give you 5 questions and you can answer those 5 questions. And remember, there are no wrong answers, none. Everybody's opinion is important, and your thoughts about these things. And because we don't all think the same, especially when it comes to crochet and yarn and things like that. We all have things we like better than others. And so that's what this video is all about. Me learning about what you're looking for to crochet. Question number 1. We're going to talk about crochet hooks. Not brands, but size. So when it comes to a crochet pattern, what is your favorite or most liked size of a crochet hook to use? I don't generally use the really tiny ones because I have a little bit of arthritis in my thumbs. But when I use the great big ones, although this one isn't as big as this one, I get a little bit of cramping in my hand. I probably hold it too tight. But my very favorite sizes to use is a H 5mm, and then the I, the 5.5mm. Those are my 2 favorite size crochet hooks to use. What are your 2 favorite size crochet hooks to use? Or maybe just one favorite size. What works best for you? And I know that seemed like a unimportant question, but I think it's a very important question because we all have preferences and reasons for the size of crochet hook that we really prefer to use. And mine really just has to do with my hands. What fits best. I have short, chubby fingers, and a lot of times crochet hooks that have the big, thick handles, I struggle with those. All right. I guess also because I'm a little bit clumsy. All right. Are you ready for question number 2? Question number 2 has to do with yarn, not brands, but weight. And what we're talking about is that number that you find on your yarn. See, that one is a 4. This is a 4 weight, worsted weight yarn. And a lot of people, they go for light 3. Or maybe you're just a super chunky woman and you like to crochet with the super chunky yarns. But really, my favorite actually is medium weight number 4 yarn. But I love all kinds of yarns. I love all the weird and fuzzy yarns. I love working with all of those just because they're a challenge and it's something fun to see what I can create with some of those interesting yarns. But when it comes to working projects, whether it's a dog bed or a hat, scarf, or a blanket, my preferred yarn weight really is a medium weight number 4. What's your preferred or favorite weight of yarn to work with? Again, I know that seems like an odd question, really, because we're all crocheters. We love all kinds of yarns. And like I said, I love even working with the yarns that are hard to work with, the fuzzy yarns, all of that stuff. All right. And so that kind of goes along with question number 3. What is your most favorite fiber? And by fiber, I mean acrylic, cotton, wool, alpaca, any of the, polyester, nylon, any of the fibers that we find yarn made out of. Now, most people would probably say medium weight number 4 acrylic. And I really like acrylic yarn. This is acrylic. It's one of the sweet roll pops I had on hand. I believe it's called Jelly Roll. Let me take a look at it. jello pop. It does look like jello, doesn't it? It's really pretty, great colors. I am always been drawn to acrylic yarns in the medium weight 4 because that is where I started out. I began learning when I was 12 or 13, and my sister worked at Kmart, and so I got my yarn and stuff at Kmart. Okay, and so that's kind of what I used to, but I absolutely loved getting different fibers and testing them out, see how they work. Because and even wool has so many different ways that it can be blended into other things. Alpaca, the same thing. And like I said, there's tons of different fibers. And so the bottom line to this question really is, what is your favorite or preferred fiber to crochet with? Now, these last two questions have more to do with patterns. And I wanted to ask these two questions because it will give me an idea, because I'm always working way in advance on what I'm going to be doing the next season. And so this next question, number 4, is what we're going into the summer season. We're leaving spring soon and going into the summer season. And so this next question is, what do you like to crochet in the summer? Are you thinking about bathing suit cover-ups and sun hats and things like that? Or are you already thinking on into the fall? Now, we do in July do a week of Christmas in July. And then after that, we start heading into, back to school and fall and all of that. But right now, what is it you're looking to crochet? Hot pads? Washcloths? What is it you want to crochet right now during this season where the weather's getting warm? We're going to be outside more. I like to do a lot of things for the garden and for outside, as well as small projects. I do a lot more cotton and other things than I would a wool yarn during the summer. And so that's number 4's question is, what do you want to crochet right now? And that particular question really is important to me because I want to make sure that I'm making and designing patterns that you want to crochet. We have things planned. We have a teddy bear planned for July. I have, like I said, I do things way in advance. And that's actually what number 5's question is. Do you crochet for the season that you're in? Or do you start thinking way in advance? My brain is always like a season or two ahead. I'm already thinking about back to school and fall, Thanksgiving, holidays, Christmas. I'm already thinking that direction. And I do that because I need to get my yarns ordered in. I need to get my patterns designed and written and tested in time to be ready for the next season. Okay, so you as just a crocheter who loves to crochet, are you thinking about the season right now, like we talked about with question number 4, or are you thinking ahead to the next season? And that is question number 5. Are you crocheting for right now, or are you crocheting ahead? But really, everybody, to be serious, we take our crochet craft, our yarn craft, our yarn art serious. And we want to make beautiful things that we can give as gifts or even decorate our homes with. And so that's why I ask these questions. Fibers, crochet hooks, when are you wanting patterns for certain seasons and things like that. I tend to try to release things that you're going to use in the season that is coming. Right now I'm getting ready to release some more outside and summer type patterns. Okay? And then I'm also already designing for the fall and winter months. And so that's why it's important for me to know what you're looking for crochet pattern wise. All right? So this video is for you to answer those 5 questions and let me know how you're thinking. And remember, comment. Did I say that 5 times? Comment down in that comment section and let me know your answers so that I can do better of more of what you're looking for. And second of all, please comment, because you know I just love to read your comments. I don't always get a chance to give you a really long response, but I do read every comment, and I appreciate every one of you who take the time to give me a comment. And the reason it's so important to me is because I feel like we're in a big yarn community and that we're friends. And when you're commenting, it's like we're just sitting down and chatting. Okay, and so that's what we're going to do in this video. Underneath this video, I want to chat. I want you to tell me what you're looking for, what you need, and if you have any questions that I haven't answered, go ahead and ask your question, and I will do my best to find it. If I don't know it, I'll look for it. I have a lot of friends in the crochet community who know a lot more about crochet than I do. That's why I love my crochet community, because we're all just a bunch of people learning to crochet and loving yarn. And I feel like that it's very, very important for you, because remember, I've said it over and over again, there's no wrong answers. If one person prefers this hook, another person prefers this one. One person prefers one kind of yarn, another person, prefers another kind. We're all at a different place in our crochet journey, whether we've been crocheting forever or just started. And just because you've been crocheting forever doesn't mean there are new things that you can't learn. I learn new things all the time, and I love to learn new things. All right? So, that's our video for today. Please answer the 5 questions if you can. And remember, we are a crochet community, and your comments matter to me.